At first glance, this is a tropical paradise, but the historical record suggests something far more lethal. This island has effectively been a death zone for civilization, remaining uninhabited for over 250 years. Jimmy and his crew are dropped here with limited supplies and a hard deadline. They have exactly 4 hours of sunlight to build a shelter and secure their campsite before the environment turns on them. Their camp is located directly beneath the most dangerous tree on Earth, the manchineel. This isn't just a hazard, it's a biological weapon. The tree's sap contains toxins that trigger a severe chemical burn upon contact, causing the skin to blister and peel away within minutes. The crew is fighting an active biological clock. They have to establish their defenses before the island begins stripping away their physical health. Day 1 is defined by group productivity. They build a frame shelter, start a fire, and agree on a strict rationing plan for their water supply. But the first night brings a psychological shock. Relentless bug attacks make sleep impossible, leaving the entire team exhausted and covered in venomous bites before they even reach day 2. Physical engineering can provide a roof and a fire, but it offers no defense against the mental exhaustion that sets in when you lose your very first night of sleep. By day 3, their physiology is in a tailspin. This chart shows caloric burns spiking from manual labor, while intake remains non-existent. Their resource management is failing too. In 48 hours, they've burned through nearly half their water supply, dropping from 10 containers to 6. Caloric depletion paired with isolation alters the brain's priorities. The mind begins to crave any form of novelty or stimulation, even if that stimulation comes at the cost of survival efficiency. The crew spends 3 hours building a complex pulley trap out of netting and rope. The entire effort is spent just to catch and release a single chicken for a few minutes of entertainment. On day 4, they drag one team member through the open ocean as a human motorboat for 2 hours. They burn hundreds of calories of precious energy just to land one small fish. These missions are high-energy distractions. In a sensory void, the brain goes to extreme lengths to manufacture a hit of dopamine, even if it means wasting the energy they need to survive. On day 5, the group attempts a hike to the island's peak. After losing $1.5 million in previous challenges, Mac is using this journey to the ruins as a specific bid for psychological redemption. They reach the summit, but suddenly a massive storm system moves in and intercepts them on the descent. Panic sets in as they get lost in the dark. They have to navigate slick, steep rocks while knowing the rain is washing the manchineel poison sap off the leaves and onto their skin. When they finally reach camp, they find the shelter has failed. The roof has buckled under the weight of the water, soaking their only beds and leaving them with nowhere to hide from the cold. The island has bypassed their engineering and stripped away their final layer of comfort. This is the moment where physical struggle turns into the kind of deep, vocal despair that makes people walk away from a challenge. Day 6 is the low point. The team is vocal about wanting to quit, suffering from headaches and the kind of total exhaustion that makes every minute feel like an hour. This is where standard survival theory ends. When the calories are gone and the shelter is broken, pure grit isn't enough to keep a human being from calling for the boat. To survive the final 48 hours, the team pivots. They stop trying to fight the environment and start focusing entirely on managing their internal morale. They deploy unorthodox coping mechanisms, eating canned peach cobbler and building a massive bonfire just to feel a sense of control over the darkness. Shared humor acts as a psychological shield. It allows the brain to reframe a traumatic ordeal as a shared adventure, keeping the group's mental health intact. Overcoming poison sap and storms requires physical tools, but surviving the weight of isolation requires the specific resilience found only in human connection.